Good evening, everyone. There we go, and welcome to Bawlf School. Tonight we are honored to celebrate the class of 2025. Before we begin, we want to acknowledge that Battle River School Division is located on Treaty 6 territory. From this land we walk on, we are able to live, to learn and grow, and we respect the histories, languages, and cultures of First Nations, Métis, and Inuit, whose presence continues to enrich our vibrant community, and we acknowledge that connections to the land and each other are vital to the work we do. To begin, I would like to share that the washrooms are located just outside the gym door down the hall to your left. Additionally, if there's an emergency, please find your nearest exit. There's a door to your left, to your right, and behind the black curtain in the equipment room, or the front door as well. And we will gather over by the basketball area. We will now begin the grand entrance. as we have Cassandra Kamu sing O Canada.
Home and native land, true patriot love, in all of us command. With broken hearts we see thee rise, the true north strong and free, from far and wide, O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God keep our land glorious and free. Oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh Canada, we stand on guard for
Thank you for being here to celebrate this milestone. Tonight is recognizing how far you have all come and looking ahead to what's possible. Your theme, "The Sky's the Limit," is more than just words. It's a reminder that your story isn't finished yet. No matter what your time in Bawlf looked like, whether you soared or stumbled and then got back up, you made it here, and that's what matters. The future is wide open. It won't always be easy, but the sky really is the limit if you're willing to take the first step. Congratulations, class of 2025. We are so proud of you. I would now like to introduce Megan Herder and Cole Mason, who are our Masters of Ceremony for this evening.
Good evening, graduates, escorts, teachers, parents, and all guests to the Bawlf School Class of 2025 Farewell Ceremony. My name is Megan Herder, and my friend here is Cole Mason. We will be your Masters of Ceremony tonight.
On behalf of our sharp-looking classmates up here on this stage tonight, thank you for celebrating us.
Now, we would like to address some minor housekeeping items before we begin.
Firstly, as most of you might know, our sound system is quite bad and tends to cut in and out. So if at any point you can't hear us or there's a squeak, I hope you all brought your hearing aids and earplugs.
Secondly, we would like to note that over the years, our class tended to turn things in a little late, as our teachers can attest to. But I hope they still love us, and I know they'll be sad to see us go. Our class may have not always been the chattiest in discussions, but once the teacher went quiet, you could be sure to hear a few of us laughing and joking, often turning into most. Now and then, we even got a few dances going, and we all know who I'm talking about.
Our class isn't the most average class. We have our groups, but we couldn't call it a divide because we all mingle together and have grown closer over the years. We are all different yet the same, and we all like to have a good time.
Our class is full of diverse, intelligent, talented, hardworking, and passionate people. We all have a special gift to contribute to the world with our abilities. Our future is bright and beautiful, and I cannot wait to see where all our different paths will take us in life.
Throughout the evening, we will be sharing a list of our classmates' most likelies.
Isabella, most likely to become an artist.
Rachel, most likely to be overdressed in every situation.
Sydney, most likely to trip over air.
Gabe, most likely to be extra friendly to statues.
Brooke, most likely to drive a Chevy Trax for the rest of her life.
Audrey, most likely to get in trouble for reading too much.
Colby, most likely to show up to school a day after surgery.
We would now like to invite the Mayor of Bawlf, Mario Guillemette, onto the stage to welcome everyone tonight on behalf of the community. Thank you, Mr. Guillemette. We would now like to introduce our beloved teachers to come and introduce the graduates. Please welcome Ms. Rusak, Mrs. Jesdell, Ms. Young, and Mr. Monroe.
All right, now we get to acknowledge all of these lovely graduates. First up, we have Rachel Style. Parents are Steve and Janice, siblings are Jesse and Jordan. Rachel's post-high school plans are to take the medical office assistant online course through Red Deer, and then do that from home while continuing to work. Her long-term goals: build a barn dominium, that's a big word, on some peaceful land and raise fluffy cows, ducks, live a simple life, and just enjoy the country world. Special memories. A special memory would be playing basketball in grade 11, making it all the way to 4th place at provincials. And her message to her parents, friends, and staff: thank you to my parents, friends, and all the staff for your support, your encouragement, and your guidance. You've helped me grow, stay motivated, and make the most of every moment. I'm so grateful for everything you've done to help me get here. Now, what I would remember Rachel as, again, I love the best dressed thing, or like when you guys are saying that she's going to overdress, because I've never seen this girl look out of place. Like, she is always dressed beautifully, and she has the absolute best style. Now, on top of that, the neatest handwriting. It's such a joy to mark as a math teacher, nice, neat handwriting, so I always want to say thank you to you for that. Rachel has a cute, sweet giggle. She is nothing but kind. We have always enjoyed having her in our classroom, and she always exudes this nice, beautiful presence. Rachel, thank you for everything, and we will miss you. Rachel Style.
Okay, next up we have Cassandra, Cassie, Rochelle, Camo. Cassandra Camo, parents, Gary and Diane. Post-high school plans, Justice Studies Diploma at Red Deer Polytechnic. Her long-term goals that she has written are that she'd like to own a modern condo, apartment, or townhouse and be a police officer. Additionally, she'd love to go back to school for some academic upgrading and maybe one day become a paralegal. Special memories, or how she will be remembered as a student at Bawlf School. She remembers the Bawlf store poutine and a 2-liter Pepsi run with Sydney, and bringing Starbucks or being brought Starbucks by friends to support each other through exams and studying. She has a special message to staff, and she has written, I'd like to express my sincere thanks and appreciation to my teachers at Bawlf School for their support over the past 3 years. Thank you for pushing me and believing in me when it came to my academic achievements. Now, when I first met Cassandra, she actually introduced herself to me as Rochelle, and it's what I've called her since, but I got to teach her in grade 10 social, and she has many talents. She writes beautifully, just fantastic essays. She explains herself really well. They're a joy to read, but she takes so long to hand anything in. Like weeks. I also had Cassandra last year in an independent study block period where she took Math 20-3 through Brace. And she's not a math brain, neither am I. I'm a humanities teacher, but she was in my classroom and I struggled with her together, and we passed that sucker. We passed Math 20-3. and we will never look at math again. So, Cassandra also does many things beautifully, such as her writing, also her singing, but she is also so friendly, and she has made friends with almost anyone and everyone that she has interacted with in the school. She's been such a great addition since she's come to Bawlf School. Cassandra, I have full faith that you will do so well after you leave this place, and we are all so proud of you. Cassandra, come on.
Okay, up next we have Sydney Ellick. Parents are Susie and Carl Ellick. Siblings are Shelby Ellick. Her post-high school plans are to go to Red Deer for nursing. Her long-term goals are work as a NICU nurse in Vancouver Island, as long as my dog, Mojo, can come with me. I surely hope that will happen for you. I know you love that dog. The message that she has is a very sweet one to her friends. Find some good friends, because I wouldn't have made it this far without Cassandra, Amy, and David. She didn't put any special memories, so I get to fill all of these in myself. You set me up. So, first of all, if you've ever tried to understand what Sydney talks about, you need a translator. This girl knows slang, and I've never heard so many words or girl in my life in class as this one. Her and Cassandra can do any TikTok dance, on cue, on demand. Does not matter. They will break out as much as possible. She loves a good blast from the past cartoons. When asked what we should watch while we do artwork, her recommendations are always Backyardigans and Bubble Guppies, which we thoroughly enjoyed. Except the one time in art, when we didn't know how far she was in Grey's Anatomy, and somebody mentioned that one of the characters dies. George dies. I have never seen somebody so unconsolable, crying in the middle of the class for at least 20 minutes, that George was going to die. Sorry, Roxy! George dies. There's multiple deaths in this show, you'll be correct. The one time in social when they made the UNESCO project and they brought Sam from home, I've never heard the most biggest blood-curdling scream in my life. When her sand started to move and she brought a worm in with her, she didn't know what it was. My last favorite memory of Sydney is the 3-month project that she took on recreating Monet's Bridge over a pond of water. And she did all the rest of her artwork in the last 2 weeks of class, which now has a special wall in my room because it is that magical. Sydney, you're a joy. We're gonna miss you. Congratulations. Congratulations, and I hope you have all the success that you deserve in life. Sydney.
Next we have Brooklyn Blatz. Parents, Chester and Marie. Siblings, she doesn't have any, only child. Post high school plans. After high school I plan on taking a gap year, continuing to work and do some traveling. Long-term goal, build a barn dominium with an indoor riding arena with horses and cows. Her special memories are going to ranch camp in grade 5 and 6. My memories, Brooklyn. I remember she doesn't like snakes. I have to get after her kids for chasing her with snakes. I also remember she can be a little dramatic at times, and it doesn't take much, like when I glance over at her and she's really loud. Like, why are you looking at me? Say that, I was just glancing at you. So Brooklyn's also a pretty good hockey player and a competitor in phys ed class, especially when we played floor hockey in phys ed. And when she played floor hockey, usually you don't have a vocabulary, but when one of the guys slashes her, she has a lot of adjectives that she can come up with. No, Brooklyn is actually very independent, and she actually asked me, or asked if I would introduce her, I'm not sure why, but I admire her actually, her independence, and she doesn't actually let anything rattle her, anything difficult. She just faces it head on. She sticks up for herself, she takes initiative, and I know she's like working part-time. I remember talking to her about working for a food truck, and that's a lot of work, and so that's impressive. And her message to her parents, friends, and staff is, I would like to thank you for being there for me, taking me to sports, and dealing with my attitude. Thank you to my friends for always being there for me, and when I needed it the most. And thank you to the staff for teaching me and guiding me in a way that pushes me to succeed. And I have to give you this booklet here, but I found this in the schoolyard. The kids brought it in, and I saved it for you. I just had to do that just because all the other school kids got it. So, Brooklyn Grads.
All right, next we have Chris Sheely. Parents are Jason and Tanya, siblings Sam and Matthew. Chris's post-high school plans are to go to Lakeland College for auto service technician and try not to flunk out. His long-term goal, make bank, travel the world, die happy, which I think could actually make a really cool tattoo. Nice, short, concise. Think about putting that on your back. I think that'd be nice. All right, his special memories are travel club, Oilers games, ranch camp, and the ski trip. His message to parents, friends, and staff. Thanks for making me do my work. Cool, Chris. Some memories I have of Chris, I was very fortunate to have a cute, small, little grade 10 Comtech class, and Chris was in it. Now, Chris, he's actually like the most creative person that you'd ever meet. Now, I didn't know that making a smoothie could be so entertaining, but he created a how-to video that was about 6 minutes long on how to make a smoothie. It had smooth jazz in the background. It had, like, he even did the dishes at the end, so I hope he's doing the dishes at home, because he did in the video. So there we go. So not only is he creative, but he's also just like so responsible. So good job, Chris, on that. We like that. Chris is pretty chill.
What have you done with my son?
Anyways, Chris, he's also just a very chill dude. Always humorous, always funny. The other part I always appreciate about Chris is that he knows every quote to every movie. Try him. I could go like, I don't know, Anchorman. He could go right now. No, shoot, I got one. Peabody and Sherman. No? Okay, he's a little nervous, but you get him in class, he'll just let her rip. All right. Chris always likes to be put on the spot, and I think this is his cue. Here we go, Chris. This is all that you have to do. Chris Sheely.
Next, we have Gabe Gould. So some of these graduates, they get a double whammy, and 2 of us, or sometimes 3 of us, or even 4 of us want to talk about them because they just made such an impact. So it should be good. So Mr. Monroe and myself are going to talk about Gabe. So I'm going to read his information, and then we'll share some information about him. So, Gabriel Gould Viano. Parents, Calvin and Nicole. Siblings, Jacob and Iva. Post-high school plans, to make money and burn it at every concert possible. His long-term goals are to become an engineer, start a business, and own some land. His special memories, or how he will be remembered, he thinks he will be remembered for the ski trip, travel club, Oilers games, and the spring dance. His message to parents, friends, and staff, He's written, "Thanks to my parents for being supportive, to friends who made school enjoyable, and staff for making learning fun." Gabe has been an interesting student to get to know over the years. He's really grown into his own, and it's been a cool thing to see. He has his own sense of style and likes and interests. There's nobody I've ever met quite like Gabe. He's been our go-to guy for scorekeeping tournaments the past 3 years, which has been great, and he's reliable. He's come to every tournament we have ever asked him to work. But if you know Gabe, sometimes he gets a little disorganized, and so one time this year he got the days mixed up when he was supposed to come and at what time, so he showed up many hours early before the games were even supposed to start. But then he likes to balance it out by sometimes showing up about 2 minutes before the games are about to start, so you're never really sure when Gabe's gonna get there, but he always makes it there. Gabe also went on the travel club trip with myself and Mr. Monroe and Mr. Huha, and I'm sure his parents were quite worried, but we took excellent care of Gabe, and he had a blast, and we had a blast. The catchphrase of the trip before we would take off to a new location was, "Wait, where's Gabe?" "Oh, there he is, okay, yeah, we can go." So that's what I remember about Gabe.
I guess further than that, at the travel club, when we did a head count, if Gabe was already there, we didn't have to do the head count anymore. We knew everybody else was there. And how will I remember Gabe? As this nice guy, very polite. Those that know him knows this to be true. Great to have in my class. He never talks back. He's actually a great student if he handed something in, but on time. But you know that he can be a little oblivious. Like kind of when you could make a face at him in the hallway, but he'd walk by and he'd be looking straight ahead. Like he wouldn't look at you. And, but on the travel club too, actually, he became really independent, sometimes too much independence, but I remember when Gabe he'd actually go shopping by himself for a little bit when we had a little bit of free time, and I actually admire his taste in music, whereas his classmates were out buying like blow-up beach toys. He was actually down on the strip buying records, like actual records of the 70s and 80s artists, which shows what kind of high-quality guy he is. Gabriel.
Up next, we have Isabella Kelland, or Izzy. Parents are Bill and Crystal Kelland. Her siblings are Alex, William, and Claude. Post-high school plans are planning on going to Red Deer Polytechnic for visual arts, then hope to go into tattoo apprenticeship after Red Deer. So Izzy, if I ever decide to get over my fear of needles, I'll come to you. Don't plan on it, but it's there. Long-term goal, to travel and explore the world, from the Arctic to New Zealand, with hitting some paranormal locations, and to try and help as many people that I can, which, if things get rough, run away to the mountains of Jasper. We have plan A, B, and C. Special memories are how I will be remembered. I will always remember how my class would goof off and the many conversations that I had learned about school gossip in art and textile classes. Her message is kind of more of a quote to everybody. No matter how hard things are, there will be people to help you push through, and there are people similar to you out there. You will just need to go and find them. Greet the world with an open heart and arms. And that quote very much explains Izzy's attitude towards everything. Izzy was in my art class, where apparently we gossip a lot, and, which is true, Izzy creates beautiful artwork, but her artwork always has some sort of dark twist to it. If you see the picture that's hanging out in the hallway of the beautiful painting of the blonde-haired girl, I think there's fangs in it? Yes, there's fangs in it. So there's always a little bit of a little darkness to Izzy. Izzy has a very unique style. We don't know which Izzy we're getting every morning. It could be full makeup, full goth, it could be just sweats, it could be, did you wear shorts? I don't know. Izzy is very much her own person, and she will not care what you say, which I love about Izzy. She's very kind, she's very generous, she's always willing to volunteer and help out. I can't wait to see what you do when you create the world, when you go out and explore. I think you're gonna have a blast finding your way. I wasn't here when she was in grade 7 or 8, but apparently this started in about grade 7, 8-ish, where after every single class, Izzy will go and say, I hope you have an amazing rest of your day. So Izzy, I will send you off with this. I hope you have an amazing rest of your life. Isabella Kelland.
Next we have Claire Dingman. Parents, Letitia and Brad. Siblings, Michael. Post-high school plans, working, travel, partying. Claire's actually one of the ones that there's a few people I had to give back the sheet to because it was hardly anything on it. Toby was one, Claire's another one. And so I had to get her to say some long-term goals here. And she says she wants to visit New Zealand and coach softball at a high level. Special memories. Special memory is all the classes where no work got done, but lots of laughs were heard. Joking with friends was one of the most special memories of the school. And I can kind of attest to that, because Claire's kind of a good student, but don't let that smirk fool you. She can waste an entire 80 minutes doing nothing if you let her. In fact, I was told that Mrs. Enright was leaving the classroom to go check on other students, and while she was gone, Brooke climbed into Claire's sweatpants while she was having them on, and so the two of them were standing there in one pair of sweatpants during class. Claire is well liked by her classmates and teachers, especially me. She played volleyball in junior high, but quit in high school to focus on hockey. I know she's a good softball player and hockey player as well. Even in floor hockey, I know that the guys would like her on their team because she could actually raise the puck. Unlike some of the girls, but... Back to Claire's fooling around, or joking around. She has an actual great sense of humor. And it's mostly at my expense, because it always comes back to a bald joke. And like, were you always bald? Are you waxing your head? And then she should be a teacher because she laughs at her own jokes. So this is a fact check, Claire. You laugh at your own jokes too. Yeah, you do. You're not that funny, Claire. Bald jokes aren't funny. But I will actually miss her next year because of all the jokes, the joking around. She's one of my favorite students, even though we don't have favorites. Her thank yous was thank you to everyone for helping me get to the place where I am today. I appreciate all the people that have done this for me. And I know you're going to be successful, Claire. And good luck in the future. Claire Dingman. Next we have Cole Masson. I think, Cole, that this is a tag team foursome here. So, you're that popular. Parents, Rod, Tina. Siblings, Chase, Chevy Cruz. Post-high school plans, most likely work at Terra Firma or become a trained engineer for CN. but to be honest, I'm not sure, which is fine. Long-term goal, have money, a house, and probably some kids, and it's spelled probably. Not probably, it's probably some kids, and hopefully a lot of cool stuff. Special memories, basketball and volleyball provincials in grade 10, but mostly the pools at the hotels we stayed in that he didn't swim in. Hitting 7 3-pointers against Cornerstone in grade 10. Travel club in Spain and Portugal, even though I got the Spanish flu. All the ski trips and Oiler games, always being on time for school. Physics 20 and math 30-2. Mrs. Jesdal helping me with all the questions I asked, and how happy she was when I would always do my homework. Being really good at factoring and almost always remembering how to do it. My notable academic comebacks in LA 10-1, LA 20-1, Social 20-2, and in my opinion, the social comeback was the greatest of all time, going from 6% to 65%. And how I would be remembered is by being named Big Diesel. I don't know if you want me to start here, but I did spend a lot of time with Cole over the last 3 years. I coached him in grade 10 and 11 volleyball and all 3 years of basketball. So we spent quite a bit of time extracurricularly. And some of that stuff he said in there were obviously lies. He's not a morning person, doesn't hand things in. 6% to 65%, that's only because you handed something in. One time he, on the very first game of this season's basketball season, all of my players are there at school. Somebody informs me, I think he's young, yeah, Cole's skipping school. His mom and dad were gone on holidays, so why go to school, right? Sleep in. Whoops, he forgot about, no, not at school, don't play in the game that night. So I had to sit him for 90% of the game because he missed 90% of the school. As soon as he remembered, he actually came for the last class because he knew he'd have to get in on the court there. A couple of funny stories that I remember for Cole is coaching volleyball. He was in grade 11, and we're at the Tasman tournament, and we were win some, lose some. We lost against this one team, Westlock, and man, the team when we played the next game was cheering against us hard, even though they beat us. It's like, why is Westlock being such jerks? Like cheering against us, like when we miss a serve, like the whole team was standing up, just clapping. I was like, couldn't understand what's going on here. Like, ball fusion is pretty good sports, but these guys. But then I find out later that Cole, he's my setter, but he was mimicking their setter who stuttered. And so that kind of just shows you he's not the big teddy bear you think he is. He's got a little mocking side there that I witnessed. And so that's one thing about Cole you probably didn't know. My last little story actually involves your mom and you and the ski trip this year. When Tina wanted to take Cole to BC to watch Chase, and he didn't want to go. And so Cole was getting, no, I don't want to go, I'm not going. Cole, you're going, I want all the family there. And he was getting on the bus, and Tina was grabbing his leg, and my other supervisor that was there, she's like, tell Cole to listen to his mom. I'm like, wait, we gotta watch this. Oh, yeah. In the end, Cole actually stayed on the bus.
These guys actually, the whole class will hold a special place in my heart because they actually were my grade 7 homeroom when COVID hit. So we got sent home in March, but we still had to provide the kids something to do online, which I'm sure you guys remember was the worst time ever. So Cole used to drive me and the rest of his teachers and his mom insane because he would turn in blank assignments on Google Classroom so that it looked like he did his work when he actually didn't do a single lick of work the entire time from March until June. But he made the effort to turn in a blank assignment, so that was quick to mark. Then, when we finally got to go back to school next year in grade 8, a former teacher we had, Mr. Longhurst, finally got to teach Cole. And he quickly found out as well that Cole needs a little bit of poking and prodding to do anything sometimes. And so I have with me here the Cole poker. And Mr. Longhurst would sit Cole by his desk and poke him to do the work. And I can't believe this hasn't followed you all the way to grade 12. I still have it. Still says Cole poker on it. If you graduate, maybe I'll give it to you. I don't know. The year's not over yet. I do remember having Cole on travel club, and it was too bad that Cole was quite sick for most of it. And I just remember the one night, we had an option. Some of the kids, they could go back to the hotel room with Mr. Uhar. They could come out and go shopping with myself and Mr. Monroe, and Cole was so sick. And I was like, Cole, why don't you just go and get some rest? And he's like, no. My mom told me I had to see everything, and he stayed out every single night, and he never got better one day. Cole, we will miss you and your upbeat attitude. You are such a presence around the school. You are a joy, but I will not miss asking for assignments for you ever again. So.
I'll be very quick. I did love Cole as a math student, mostly because there was one lesson that he really perked up at. He didn't pay attention all the time, but let me tell you, Math 30-2, we have a whole unit called probability. Now this big boy, I'm nervous for him for later in life. However, I think that I taught him well. He has this compulsion that he might like to gamble a little too much. So I'm hoping that I taught him, he also has beautiful socks on, make sure you ask him about them. But I'm hoping that all of the skills that he learned in my class, it will suit him well in his endeavors, and he will realize that he actually doesn't have much of a chance to win when he goes to the casino. Please be good. Please be good. I've really enjoyed being around you. Please be good.
Oh, Cole. Trying to get Cole to write an essay. I found out that Cole did not know that in an essay, you start with an introduction, and you end with a conclusion. He believed an essay was just body paragraphs. There was nothing else in the middle, which I found out that he just learned in grade 12. I learned that his go-to karaoke song is Amish Paradise, which I hope you do get to break out in your later years. And he introduced me to one of my favorite songs now called Goofy Goober, which he played for 40 minutes straight in foods class one day. A theme that seems to be going is that Cole doesn't exactly hurry on assignments until the one time I got an apology email from Cole after an assignment was probably about 2 or 3 weeks late, saying, I'm really sorry this is late, but I just needed the time to cook. Yeah. I'll have that one. The one time he didn't show up for school, so I emailed his mom, so his mom gave me his cell phone number for me to call, and I will still be furious that I fell for your stupid voicemail, which goes something like this. Hello? I'm sorry, who are you? Yeah, I can't hear you. Can you call back later? And then it hangs up. Which I thought was maybe was Cruz. But no, that's his voicemail. And I called back the second time and got real mad after that one. Needless to say, he showed up about 20 minutes later. The other time when he just brought a 12-pack of Kaiser buns to eat in social. Just the buns, just sat there, and a Fresca. Cole, I feel, is the personification of Winnie the Pooh. Nothing really bothers. He'll sit there, he's happy, he's super joyful to talk to. He brings joy into every room that he is in, and there is a reason that every time that he is on a basketball court, every single person is cheering for him. You can't not love this guy, even after fighting for that 65. I'm so glad you passed social, Cole. Cole Masson.
Sorry, we just have Cole's thank you here that we had missed here. Thank you for trying to push me to become the best possible version of myself, even when it seemed impossible to get me to do anything. I appreciate all the hard work that took. That was to his family and teachers. Thank you.
Thank you for all your thoughtful words. The faces you see tonight are all from different small towns in our rural area. They have been brought together in Bawlf. We cherish the diversity of our class and the communities that make us who we are today. We would not be who we are without the never-ending support of our community and family. Now we would like to welcome Claire Dingman and Bailey Severson to deliver a tribute of appreciation to our amazing families and beautiful communities that have made this event possible.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Bailey Severson.
And I'm Claire Dingman. Tonight, not only do we celebrate our individual achievements, but we also acknowledge the love and support that helped us reach this milestone. None of us become who we are on our own. It's the people around us, our families, friends, neighbors, and communities that shape us. By being surrounded by people in our communities who radiate kindness, empathy, and a willingness to support others, we learn to reflect those same values within ourselves, building a foundation of respect and responsibility that influences how we live and treat those around us. The support we've received along the way has been crucial to our growth, shaping how we think, interact with others, and how we approach challenges. However, when we think about where the support truly began, one group stands out from the rest.
At the core of our love and support, and to the people who we owe an immense debt of gratitude, are our parents. From the beginning, you've been there, providing guidance, encouragement, and sometimes the tough love we need to keep pushing forward in both our academic and athletic pursuits. You supported us in countless ways, whether it was staying up late to help with homework, getting us where we needed to be early the next day, or simply being there when it mattered most. Through all the highs and lows, you remained a constant presence. Even when we didn't outwardly express it, we noticed. Through your example, we've learned the value of hard work, perseverance, and living with integrity. We're grateful for the time, effort, and patience you've shown in helping us grow into who we are. So thank you for showing up, for challenging us, and for always having our backs, and for loving us. We wouldn't be here without you. We love you. Thank you.
Thank you, Claire and Bailey. Now, we will walk down memory lane with the class memory slideshow.
Here are some more most likelies. Claire, most likely to laugh at the worst times.
Nathan, most likely to have the most nicknames and drink the warmest Coke.
Amy, most likely to play Whiskey Girl or Blanco County Rain at any chance.
Roxy, most likely to become an influencer.
David, most likely to be back at school next year.
Bailey, most likely to be hurt in a tobogganing accident. Now, we would like to welcome Cassandra Camo and Cindy Ellick to thank our amazing staff here at Bawlf School and the BRSD division.
Good evening, everyone. My name's Cassie, and this is Sydney. We are both honored to stand before you tonight on behalf of the Bawlf graduating class of 2025. As we gather here in celebration of this remarkable milestone, we would like to take a moment to express our heartfelt appreciation to the incredible staff, our teachers, support workers, and administration, whose unwavering dedication has guided us on this journey. First and foremost, we would like to extend our sincerest gratitude to the administration, including Ms. Price and Ms. Schatz, as well as the entire support and staff. Your tireless efforts behind the scenes have not gone unnoticed. Whether it's ensuring that our school runs smoothly, managing the logistics of countless events, or keeping track of our pristine attendance, your hard work has helped foster an environment where we feel safe, welcome, and supported. For many of us, Bawlf School has truly become a second home. We are deeply grateful for all of you.
A special thank you is also due to the Battle River School Division, whose commitment to providing us with the necessary programs and resources has been valuable throughout our academic journey. We would also like to acknowledge the consistent leadership of our amazing principals, Ms. LaRue, and Vice Principal, Mr. Troitsky. Your guidance, encouragement, and unwavering support has made an immense difference in our high school experience. Whether through organizing school events, checking in on students, or offering a simple smile in the hallways, you have created an environment in which we all feel seen, valued, and motivated to succeed. Your leadership has been a constant source of inspiration, and for that we are truly grateful.
Additionally, we would like to express our sincere appreciation to the custodial staff. Although we may not always be present when you are working, we want you to know that your dedication to maintaining a clean and organized school does not go unnoticed. Coming back to a well-maintained environment every day has been a gift that we all appreciate more than our words can express. As we reflect on the path that brought us here today, we cannot overlook the foundational role played by the incredible elementary staff and educational assistants who have shaped our early years. We would like to take a moment to recognize and thank Mrs. Thompson, Mrs. Borman, and Mrs. Holm, whose guidance and support during our formative years have had a lasting impact on all of us. Your dedication to our growth has been instrumental and will always remember the positive influence you have in our lives.
Our gratitude also extends to the junior high and high school teachers who have guided us through the past several years. You have not only imparted knowledge from textbooks, but have also shared valuable life lessons that have shaped who we are today. Your influence has prepared us for the challenges and opportunities that lie ahead. Finally, we have a few special thank yous to some individuals who have made a particularly significant impact on our journey. Mr. Monroe, thank you for organizing ski trips, coordinating transportation for our events, and creating lasting memories such as those we shared at the Robb Gardens. Mrs. Enright, your interactive and fun approach to learning, from puzzles to games of Jeopardy and engaging apps, made every class an enjoyable experience. Mrs. Jesdal, your dedication in keeping math, physics, and science on track, along with your clear and focused teaching, has made these subjects unforgettable. Ms. Young, thank you for believing in each one of us and helping us stay on top of our assignments. Your encouragement gave us the push we needed when we couldn't always find the motivation in ourselves. We'll miss receiving your goodie bags each holiday and having your support at every home game and tournament.
We would also like to thank Ms. Marusak for bringing such energy and enthusiasm to both social studies and French, creating an engaging classroom environment where we could thrive. Your guidance also made Travel Club an unforgettable experience, one that students will cherish for years to come. Lastly, but certainly not least, we would like to recognize Ms. Gilchrist. Although our time together was short, your kindness, enthusiasm, and genuine care for your students made a lasting impression. Your kind words and open arms meant more to us than you may ever know.
Each and every one of you have played an important role in our journey, whether in a small or significant way. For that, we are deeply grateful. Your collective efforts have helped to prepare us for the next chapter of our lives, and we will carry the lessons you've taught us into the future.
Thank you.
We would now like to welcome Trustee Karen Bellich to come on stage and on behalf of the Battle River School presentation.
Good evening. A few of you have different names for me, so it's nice to see all of you here. Good evening, class of 2025, families, staff, and friends. It's an honor and a privilege to stand before you tonight and bring greetings on behalf of the Board of Trustees. You've come a long way and experienced a lot since you started in school. You've demonstrated perseverance, adaptability, and strength, qualities that will serve you far beyond high school. Through the challenges and triumphs and all the memories that you've shared, you've shown what it means to rise to the occasion and support one another. This ceremony marks a milestone, not just in your academic journey, but in your life. It's a time to reflect, celebrate, and to look forward to the beginning of a new chapter. While we are here to celebrate you, we also need to recognize the parents and the families and all the friends and communities that got you to where you are today. To the staff at Bawlf School, thank you. Your tireless work, creativity, and care have helped shape these students, not just into graduates, but into thoughtful, capable citizens. No matter where your path leads, whether it's further education, the workforce, travel, or something entirely different, know this, that you have the tools, and as we've heard tonight, the heart and the potential to make a meaningful impact in this world. Carry forward the values you've learned from your families, friends, communities, and in the classrooms and halls of the schools. Integrity, hard work, and passion. The sky's the limit. On behalf of the Board of Trustees of Battle River School Division, we are proud of all you have achieved, and we wish you the very best in your future endeavors.
Thank you, Mrs. Bellich, for your thoughtful words.
We will now have our second half of class introductions after finishing up our classes mostly.
Cass, most likely to have her own reality TV show.
Chris, most likely to fall up the stairs.
Brooklyn, most likely to marry for money.
Kyla, most likely to make school her own fashion show.
Cole, most likely to be late to his own wedding.
Megan, most likely to be a doctor and a teacher in her lifetime.
And now we'd like to welcome our teachers back up.
All right, next up we have Bailey Severson. Bailey's parents are Keith and Ainsley, siblings Casey, and her dog George. Post-high school plans are to pursue a Bachelor of Arts degree in psychology at the University of Alberta. Long-term goals? I want to build a career I'm proud of. One that I'm not sure about yet, but allows me to make enough money so I can travel the world. I hope to live on an acreage in a big blue house with my husband, kids, cats, and dogs. Ideally, a lab and a corgi. And be close enough to a lake so I can take my boat out whenever I want. Bailey's special memories and how she'll be remembered. Travel club in grade 11, where they went to Spain and Portugal. Volleyball provincials in grade 10 and 12. Playing badminton with Claire in junior high and high school, where we won various medals. Talking and making jokes in class with my friends instead of working, which often led to things like a Math 30 homework sticker chart, which I still have in my classroom, or disappointed and irritated lectures from our teachers. But I think it was worth it. I will be remembered as always laughing with my friends, not having as good of hair as Nathan, and, to the real ones, doing it for the TikTok. Her message? Thank you to the teachers and staff members who guided me throughout my academic and athletic journeys, and were always there with advice and encouragement. To my friends, thank you for the laughter, unforgettable memories, and the strong bonds that we built along the way. To my incredible parents, thank you for your endless love, support, and everything you've done to help me reach this moment. Now, I was very fortunate. I was able to coach Bailey throughout some of her volleyball endeavors, and she's been a phenomenal athlete to work with. She's very kind, and she's courageous on the court. She's always going to be working really hard, and she has a real strong serve, one of the strongest ever. So it's really nice to always see that. Again, she does talk about the parent support that she has, and those two, Keith and Ainsley, shout out to you guys. I think you guys will never miss a game, and it's been awesome to see such support out in the stands always for Bailey. I know she always appreciated it, and it was awesome to see her work so hard for you guys. She learned a lot of good qualities from both of you. Bailey's always been very kind and very thoughtful. She's always held herself to a high standard, and as a teacher, it's very awesome to work with a student like that because you know she's always going to work to better herself. Bailey, I know you're also very kind, but you can also have a little bit of a feisty edge to you, which I also appreciated. She does have some snarky comments that she can have for some of her classmates, which is always great. You can see that, yes, we did have to have a sticker chart, but you know what? I think it really helped Bailey because she did not miss a sticker, ever. Highly motivated. That whole row filled to the brim with stickers. I can get you more later. That did cost me about 50 cents. So, anyways, I've enjoyed getting to know you, Bailey. You'll always have a special space in my heart. You're very sweet, you're very kind. Bawlf School will miss you a lot. You're a wonderful human being, and best of luck for everything that you're going to do in the future. Bailey Severson.
Audrey Stang. Audrey Stang, parents Dan and Allison, siblings Luke and Julie. Her post-high school plans are to take 2 years of biology at the University of Saskatchewan and then apply for pharmacy. Her long-term goal is to travel, get a dog, get married, have a house with a library, and a place on a lake somewhere. Her special memories are how she will be remembered: travel club, math 30 in the video conference room. I'm sure there was a lot of math done in there. Playing volleyball and being the only kid to ever get in trouble for reading in class. Her message to parents, friends, and staff: thank you for all the lessons you've taught me and for always pushing me to be my best. That is true. Audrey is a voracious reader. She loves to tell anyone and everyone what she is reading. Her list of books, I don't even know, it's impressive. She has a Kobo to read now, which is great because I'm sure you would run out of space for all your books that you have read. So that's great. Audrey is an old soul, and she has been deemed the mom of the class, as she always looks after everyone. And I don't know if she still does this, but for a few years, she always had a Band-Aid on her. Just still has Band-Aids. So prepared. We love it. So if anybody ever needed a Band-Aid, Audrey was your go-to. At times, Audrey even keeps her teachers organized, especially me, as she has helped me for her entire high school career build and create the yearbook. She's fantastic at it. She's organized. She's meticulous. I'm gonna miss her so much with that. Audrey will be remembered for her helpful nature. We can always count on her to jump in and help and do a great job. She's hosted awards night. She's such a fantastic speaker from her time with 4-H. She's confident in herself. She's kind. She's pleasant. She's so mature. Her parents should be quite proud because they've done a really, really awesome, wonderful job with Audrey. She has such a positive, sunny personality, and we will truly miss her here at Bawlf School. Audrey Stang.
Amy Van Peck. Parents are Michael Train, siblings are Megan and Griffin. Amy did not provide me with a lot here. Post-high school plans: go to Olds College for business. Long-term: make money. Special memories: pre-gaming with Sydney. Something about its green. I don't know what that is. Your special memories are March to December 2024. Okay, there were lots of things that happened between March and December. And her message, thank you. How am I going to remember Amy? Amy is a perfectionist, kind of when it comes to her artwork. She doesn't think she is, but she can get very tunnel visioned on something. A particular Remembrance Day poster comes to mind, which I think she drew about over 150 little tiny poppies all over the paper, which she hated her life after that because she colored them all afterwards. Her cross was crooked on one side, so we had to redo that. She spelled remembrance wrong once, so she had to redo that. Yeah, 3 times. She spelled remembrance wrong 3 times, and had to do that. But it was beautiful in the end. It took a lot of effort, but it was great. I was not here, but I was told, Amy, that you are the only student that has cried when told that you made the basketball team. And it wasn't tears of joy. I don't know. She didn't want to play, but she made it. She's got talent, guys. We spent many an art class together talking about boys and what reality versus expectations are. But I appreciate your high standards and what you want. There's no arguing with Amy. She will argue with you for about an hour and a half on something. She will listen to your side of the story, but at the very end, she will have the last word, and it will just be a dead face staring into your eyes and going, no, and then walk away. She's not exactly a morning person. She will come into class, she will sit, and then you slowly gauge Amy's mood on whether or not you should approach her with caution or with joy. Just saying good morning, just test the waters a little bit before you talk to Amy. Amy, I will totally miss all your artwork, and when you do, you are in a good mood and you're giggly and laughy. Some of the best art classes are with you guys, and I hope you have so much success in making a lot of money. Amy Van Pen.
Next, Nathan McFord. Parents, Lauren and Leslie. Siblings, Tyler. Post-high school plans, go to SAFE for chemical engineering, technology. Long-term goal, money. Not making money, just says money. He's one of those another guy that didn't write too much on his sheet here. Special memories, travel club, and going away to tournaments for basketball and volleyball for some of his special memories, I guess. I guess if you don't know Nathan, you know he's a pretty chill guy most of the time. Yeah, nothing really bothers him too much. He's definitely not a morning person. He stays up late, but he's definitely not a morning practice person. And great athlete. Say all these good things about you. Sure. That's all there is. He specializes in basketball, and he's actually one, if not the top player on my team, often the highest scorer, and he's a fierce competitor in basketball, which if you ever see him in a basketball game and one of the other players from the other team ticks him off, or if he misses a shot and was fouled or something and they didn't call it, well, that guy, he better not take the ball to the hoop on the other end, because Nathan is fast and he's going for a hard foul on that guy. And so, no, he really likes to win, and it was great having him on my team. We were in Cornerstone this past season. We needed to win. It was a close game. We ended up losing by 2 points, but on the last 2 points, we were fouled. It was a blatant foul. Even I was getting upset and yelling. I was like, how is that not a foul? And Mr. Doug Bowie and another ref was reffing and didn't call anything. And I was trying to be respectful, saying, how is that not a foul? And then Nathan, being Tyler's brother, he's like, because I don't think he knows Mr. Valley very well, "You need a new set of glasses." And you know Doug Valley, well, that's just, he was just like, gets his whistle out. "You, mister, you're going to be done for the season." But another little funny story I have to tell, Nathan, that happened during another game this season here in Bawlf, and halftime, kind of, the season was so, or the league was so tight this year, we had to win every game. But right when we're about to go out to halftime there, Nathan's like, "I gotta go. I'll be back in a bit." He kind of walked over to the bathroom, and I was like, "Oh no, who's else is gonna go in here?" But he came back 30 seconds later. "No worry, coach, false alarm. Just an air ball." So I'm gonna really miss Nathan on the basketball team. As you can tell from the cheers, then when he was introduced, he's a very popular person, and he actually is a really good student, very smart, and he might have to be pushed a little bit at times, but no, he's going to be missed. And his message to his parents is, "Thanks to my parents for driving me to all the games and tournaments for like 6 years in a row." Nathan, make it forward.
Next, we have Megan Herder. Megan's parents are Lee and Allison Herder, siblings Austin and Madeline. Her post-high school plans attend Red Deer Polytechnic and University of Alberta to pursue a Bachelor of Education in elementary. She wants to be the best teacher around, travel lots, get married and settle down, have lots of cows and horses, and a few cute kids that will play every sport in the book. Her special memories: basketball provincials, ski trips, physics 30 class, and introducing smelling salts as a teen pre-ritual. That sounds healthy. Her message to her parents, friends, and staff: thank you to my family for supporting me through all my years of school and sports, and to my friends who made it a blast through the years. A special thanks to my teachers for preparing me and inspiring me to be a teacher, and to Mr. Monroe for taking every joke and comeback I had. Here we go. Megan is a phenomenal athlete. She always works tirelessly on the basketball court, on the volleyball court. She does anything that you ask her to do. I think she's played probably close to like every position. Yeah, she's dynamic. She can do anything that you ask her to do. She always makes it so that the team is going to be successful. She's a great hockey player. She's always working hard. And I've noticed like many times, anytime I'm in Camrose, she's always running around near lake. I feel like I've ran into like 2 or 3 times and I'm like, this girl works hard. It's very impressive. Megan, also, I appreciate you so much for helping me get through Physics 3. It was pretty much me and her. And then, no, we had like a whole bunch of goons. I know your brother was in there too. It was a mess at points, but at least I had Megan, my one redeeming bright light in the class. We had lots of jokes going back and forth, but at least I had a little bit of reasonable pieces to things with Megan in that classroom. I know she had a couple students in her class that she would have to put into their place. There might be one in particular that she would have to maybe put into his place more than anybody should have to. Might be sitting in the middle, might be wearing a blue suit. Anyway, Megan could always put Mr. Colby in his place, but she also knew how to like rile him up too. I feel like there's many times that I'd have to be like, Megan, you know that that's gonna get him off task. And she'd still just like dig right in and say something to him to make him go wild. So needless to say, I think if you can like calm him down and make him go wild, you can make like a really good Mrs. Bedfeld. I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong. You guys tell me if I'm right later on. I know maybe there's other people in the world right now. We'll see. We'll see about that. Talk to me in 10 years. All right? Megan, I've loved having you around in this school. This school will miss you on the basketball court. We'll miss you on the volleyball court. We'll definitely miss your hard work in the classroom as well. Thank you for everything, Megan. Megan Herder.
Brooke Shocker. Brookie, shocker. Parents, Jacqueline and Blaine. Siblings, Isabella and Blaine. Her post-high school plans are to become a veterinary technician assistant and a fish and wildlife officer. Her long-term goals are to buy Big Red from her parents and get a lot of horses. Her special memories include going to Spain and Portugal on travel club with my friends, putting the Wildcat costume on for a pep rally, and going to provincials for basketball. The bus rides to and from tournaments when we got to stop at McDonald's, getting dropped off for school by my dad in the army truck, and laughing with friends during class. Brooke has a very infectious and distinct laugh that you could pick out anywhere. Her message to parents, friends, and staff: thank you to my mom for letting me have sick days, for the ladies at the office having to email my mom every day because I sign out early, and Mr. Monroe for putting up with my offensive jokes, and to Mrs. Jesdahl and Mrs. Enright for piggybacking me and helping me pass my classes. I have quite a few memories of Brookie. She's many things. She definitely has a spicy side to her, and this is shown through her defensive performance and her attitude on the basketball court. She's a fierce defender and a fierce player. And it's also shown through her colorful language at times. Brookie does love to make a good offensive joke for shock value, and this shouldn't be surprising because she's let it be known that one of her favorite shows ever is indeed South Park. Yeah, it's good. So, Brooke is kind of spicy and wild, but I've also known her to be very, very sweet and kind. Driving to work this morning, I actually thought to put this into her introduction. Brookie made me a bracelet when she was in grade 7 and I was her homeroom teacher, and it says Miss Marusak, and she made it in all my favorite colors, and she painted the beads different shades of purple, which is my favorite color. I still have that bracelet. It hangs from my rear view mirror in my car, and I think of Brookie always, and it reminds me that she's just so sweet and wonderful. Your spicy attitude might get you into some trouble at times and also probably will let you have a lot of fun. But your sweetness will always help you stay grounded. And just as a side note, Brookie I also remember coaching her in basketball, and she was very timid and shy in grade 7. She's grown out of that, obviously. But she was the only player I ever had who cried when she got her first foul because she thought she did something wrong. That attitude has changed now, and she has told people that if you don't get at least 3 fouls, you're not playing basketball right, and I agree. So we're very proud of you, Brookie. We're going to miss you around here. Brooke Shocker.
Up next we have Kyla Taylor Stuckey. Parents are Kyla and Tamara. Siblings are Eric, Jaden, Mackenzie, Jacob, and Abby. Her post-high school plans are I'm taking a gap year and then looking to pursue courses for esthetician and cosmetology, which I think you'll rock. Long-time goal, I want to travel for a bit, have a good steady job that I enjoy, and have a happy, stable family. Her special memories? A special memory I have from this year would be the ski trip at Lake Louise, because it was my first time snowboarding and I had a great time. Her message, it's a lengthy but it's long, but it's so beautiful. Okay, walking. A lot of people have helped me grow into the woman I am today, but the most important people I have a message for are my dad, Roxy, my best friend / sister, even though it's not my blood, and her mother, Christy, who has been a mother to me for years. My father has raised 5 beautiful kids while filling both parental roles since we were all toddlers. I've never met a man who is more caring, supportive, gracious, and loving than my dad is. My siblings and I have not made it easy on him, but that has never made him give up on us or himself. My dad has helped me overcome plenty of struggles while never shaming me for them, and I can always rely on him to be there for me when no one else can. Having a father and best friend all in one is such a blessing. Huge thank you to Kyle Stuckey for being the father you are. Roxy and Christy have always been family to me. I met Roxy in grade 5, so we have been friends for 7 years. The two of us have always stuck together, even throughout all our ups and downs and friend groups that never lasted, and I couldn't be more grateful for that. Roxy is a sweetheart and such a gorgeous girl, and I can't wait to see her accomplish a lot in life. I want to thank Roxy and Christy for allowing me to move in with them this year because it has helped me tremendously. I know it can be inconvenient some days, but you all still put up with me. So thank you very much. Thank you to Christy specifically for filling the mother role in my life while no other woman has. My last thank you message is for my teachers throughout the years. You have all helped me in some type of way, whether it was school-wise or for my personal issues. I'll miss the wonderful conversations I've had with Miss Young and Miss Chesno, and I know we will also miss those very much, Kyla. I have a lot of good memories of Kyla. May have not been her favorite person in grade 10 when I first met her, I think. But we eventually, our class really broke the barrier there. I didn't teach her until art. She has beautiful artwork, but the thing with Kyla's artwork is that it's always personal. She always finds a personal touch. Whether it's to give, I'm going to give this artwork to somebody. This is a gift to my dad. This is a gift to Roxy. It's always for somebody. She always puts a little piece of her heart in everything that she does. Kyla has amazing style, and she loves a compliment. But her style, I think, is very reminiscent of the early 2000s, and I feel so sad that you missed that for you. And I feel that if you were alive back then and rocking what you rock now at school, you could have done all 5 Spice Girls on rotation. Their style, one right after the other, because you were that cool and that versatile. Or you could be your own Spice Girl. I feel like that also could have worked. I will miss all of our stories together, whether or not I should know them. But you told them. She's excellent in the kitchen. I loved foods class with you, especially, and this goes for Roxy too, your guys' monster cake is still one of my favorites. You have grown so much over the past 3 years. You have become such a beautiful and heartfelt young lady. Sorry. And I will be so grateful. I hope you're always grateful and appreciative that you are now, and that your big heart just keeps shining through. And I hope you come visit us because I need to hear everything all the time. It's great. Everybody, Kyla Taylor-Stuckey.
All right, next, David Sturrock. Otherwise known as Davis, Super Senior, the list goes on. Parents, Tammy and Nathan. His post-high school plans: become a power line tech. Long-term goal: get a smoke show of a wife and make a lot of money. Special memories are how I will be remembered as a student in Bawlf. The time I put a hole in the wall. Thanks, Darren. All right, now, David, he was new to us this year, and when he first walked through those doors, I think lots of us were like, what is gonna happen here? Might have came across a little bit like angry, maybe in our math class. I think we didn't quite know like where we stood with him. But eventually, I think once you call him Davey, he just like melts. It's so sweet. He loves it. He loves attention. He loves to be with his girls in his math class. He loved it so much. But I think his favorite thing to do in math was probably bother that one in the blue, Brooklyn. He was an expert at that. He knew what buttons to push, and he would make sure to do it as much as he possibly could. Now, David, it was interesting because he was with me in like our math class, so he finished his math class with me. Now this semester, I'm teaching a grade 11 math class, and I've never had this happen. I've had like students try to leave a classroom or like, you know, go to the bathroom for an extended period of time, but this guy's like the only one who tries to sneak in. It's very odd. We're like learning about triangles, and he's like, please, Mrs. Jesdal, can I come in and learn about the sine law? Which he actually was better than most of my grade 11 students, which I think is wasted opportunity, because I think we could have done great things with you. So, my, I guess invitation next year, coming back? There we go. So there, I think we all have seen, he has accepted my invitation to come back to Bawlf School next year. We're going to carry on with his math endeavors and make a mathematician out of this boy. All right? Now, David, he's made a lot of friends here. It's been awesome to see him grow. We're very lucky to have him here. because we've just enjoyed being around him. Like, he asks me every day how I'm doing, asks about my weekends. Sure, it maybe is to get away from doing his actual work, but regardless, it's really nice. But he's definitely left his mark on this school, as you've already heard. It's a mark that's outside of my classroom, right beside a bulletin board, and it's David-sized. So, your mark will probably forever be there. We don't know when that's going to get fixed, but thank you for leaving it there. I'll fondly always remember my time with you. Thanks for everything, David, and best of luck in your future. You got this. David.
Roxy Salary. Parents are Chrissy and James, siblings Noah. Post-high school plans, pre-employment welding program at Lakeland. Long-term goal, travel around the world and be able to chug a liter of milk in 2 minutes. I think we can do it. Videotape that, I want to see that one. Special memories, ranch camp in grade 5 and ski trip. Thank you. Message, thank you to the staff for putting up with me all these years. That's it. All right, Roxy. Also, I was probably not your favorite person in grade 10 either, but we learned to really like each other eventually. You live with such passion. Whether that passion is love or extreme hate, it is with passion. And don't lose that. I know too much about Roxy. Sometimes she's a little bit of an oversharer. I know too much about your bodily functions. And I know that you cannot handle milk. But yet still drinks it. It does not stop her. She also makes beautiful artwork, but I did learn to not mark the first one or the second one that she turns in. It's usually the third one that I will mark. I've never known anyone to cut onions so incredibly small, because she doesn't like to see them. And if you really want Roxy to get riled up, you ask the big questions. Like, why can you fit a bus in a lane with 4 seats in an aisle, but a car looks so squished in the same space? I know. Those are the big ones that we've discussed for more time than we need. I will miss all of your stories, and I will miss just, not even the academics or the schoolwork, I will miss just talking about life and all of your dreams. And it has been an up and a down, but you have pushed through these last 3 years. And you have worked incredibly hard. And we are so incredibly proud of you, but I think I am extremely proud of you and all of the work that you have done to get here today. And you have created such a beautiful personality that I hope you share with the world out there, away from here, away from school. I think you should be very proud of yourself, and I hope you know that we're also very proud of you. Everybody, Roxy.
And lastly, Colby Benfeld. Parents, Derek, Bernadette, siblings, Carson, Kane. Post-high school plans is to work. He's not sure yet where, but he's going to work. His long-term goal ties into that, work to make lots of money and buy cool things, and then maybe start a family. Special memories, ski trips, Oilers games. He has one basketball game in grade 11. In grade 11, played 5 minutes and got 1 layup. Well, he's a really good athlete, actually, and I was trying to convince him to play basketball, but he always got sidetracked with hockey. He's a good hockey player too, and so he focused on that. But we did get him for 1 game, in grade 11, and I guess he remembers that one. I forgot about that until you reminded me of that. But if you know Colby, you'll know he's very busy. He's busy wherever he goes. He's always doing something. He also told me to go easy on him just before we started. I don't know what you're worried about.
Like, we don't have any stories.
No. The only thing is, all four of us are talking. No, Colby, I taught him grade 9 and 10 math. I've only taught him phys ed since then. But in class, he couldn't sit still. Okay, so he wiggles all the time, and I appreciate that because most guys actually are kind of more fidgety and so on there. But Colby's kind of the guy that in class he'd take a sticky tack off the wall or something and roll it up into a really tight string and one. I wonder if I could stick this through my nose and out my mouth. I'm not saying he did that, but I'm saying he's the type of guy that would be like thinking about stuff like that. Or I wonder if I could balance myself on one leg of the chair and how long I can balance for without falling backwards. Or how long can I go in class without burping? Or stuff like this. And, but Colby actually is, I know him in a math class, and I know he's a mathematical mind, and so I know that he's actually good at math. He just, if you get him to focus, he'll catch on to anything in math. And I'm just going to let a couple stories go here till the end.
What, shall I go? Continuing on about his math? I wouldn't mind. All right, so I also got the nice joy of teaching Colby in math and also in physics. He was good with numbers. Words, spelling, not his strongest. It's also not mine, but in physics we always like to, do like a nice little warm-up for the class. Let's get our minds flowing. So eventually we just had to figure out what is something that we struggle with, or does somebody struggle with something in the class? And it turns out it was spelling. So I could Google random grade 2 spelling tests. Everybody else would ace them. Colby could sound them out. If you read them phonetically, you could get it, but it was an experience. It was fun to look at. Needless to say, he has strengths in other things than words. I would also like to appreciate, well, maybe not appreciate, I think this was a bit more of a detriment to the class. Now, there'd be some phrases that as a teacher, like you just say in class, like, hey, you, quiet down. Hey, you, pay attention, please. For Colby, it was, hey, you, please keep your shirt on. Hey, you, why are you drawing on yourself with Sharpie? There was many times, and again, just fond memories. Colby, though, however, has the biggest heart. He is the guy that will do anything that you ask him to do. Like, I seriously, if I have to have somebody help me with something, he would be the guy I go to. That'd be in school or out of school. He's somebody that I know I can rely on. He can climb up on anything and help you with anything, and I've really appreciated that about Colby. He has a huge heart. He does care about his friends. He is wonderful, as much as he's a scallywag. He is, I can say probably nothing but good things about Colby, and also funny things, but mostly all good.
I also have many, many memories of Colby, and I think out of all four of us, I have taught Colby the most for the longest, because I taught him, not so much in the recent years, but I had him for grade 6 French, and then I had him for grade 7 core, and then I had him for grade 8 core, and then I had him for grade 9 core, and then I had him for grade 10 core. And by the end of it, Colby and I needed to take a break, because I actually think I've been watching Colby. I think he's talked through about 70% of his own grad ceremony. So he does like to visit. He likes to talk, which is just Colby. Again, Colby was in my grade 7 homeroom during COVID, and so he was the opposite of Cole, actually. Colby was forced, yes, by his parents to attend every single Google Meet, do every single assignment, and he hated it. But he was there. It was me and Colby from March till June, right to the end, to the bitter end. He did everything, and you were probably better for it, honestly. Again, a good memory I have of Colby actually is in grade 8 when we came back from COVID. We were all stuck in a room together, and for some reason in the grade 8 homeroom there was a big box in the back of the room, and so I thought it would be a good idea to convince Colby to climb inside the box and hide in it, and then when Mr. Monroe came in to teach math, he was going to jump out of the box and scare Mr. Monroe. But these guys aren't great actors, and they're like, "Oh, Mr. Monroe, why don't you go stand in the back of the room?" And so Mr. Monroe saw this giant box, figured out Colby was in it, and then sat on the box with all of his weight. And he sat on Colby, and I laughed really hard. So that was a treat for me, I guess. And Mr. Monroe. Colby is lovable. He is the definition of I am rubber and you are glue. Just Colby bounces back from absolutely anything and everything. And he's just such a nice, lovable kid. He is a hard worker. I have no doubt in my mind that although school at times wasn't Colby's favorite thing to do, he will do great in whatever work he decides to pick. I've also, over the years, confiscated things from Colby. Most recently last year, I don't know how it started, but we started water fights. Oh, Maria, our exchange students started water fights. We kind of all got in on it, and then I had to confiscate all the water guns because, well, Colby likes to take things too far sometimes, so I had to stop it before it got out of hand. I know, not Colby, he would never. And I still have those water guns. I didn't bring them to Grad though, but maybe you can have them back after. So that's my memories of Colby Benville.
Hi, Colby. I got Colby for social 20 and 30. Writing is not Colby's strong suit, nor does he like to do it. But he will do it. It takes some time. Yeah, spelling. Oh. 3 little words. Not good. 3-letter words. The one thing is, though, he does like to do spell check at the end. But what I found out that he does is that he doesn't even look at his computer. He just clicks really hard until it finishes. So sometimes it's not great, but the squiggles are gone, is all he cared about. He built me 2 amazing social projects, which I think I will keep till my end of days, which is a popsicle stick version of the Coliseum and a atomic bomb time capsule for his Cold War assignment made out of a garbage can. That is absolutely amazing. And I bring them out and show them that this is what you can do. Now let's talk about popsicle sticks. Colby is the reason that I will never buy popsicle sticks anymore for the kids. They have to buy their own. He thought it would be super sneaky, him and maybe an accomplice or 2, boys, to hot glue them to the bottom of the table as much as possible. And they would have gotten away with it. I never would have noticed until Colby's version of cleaning up all the pieces of popsicle stick is to flip the table over right in front of me to reveal hundreds of popsicle sticks glued to the bottom of the table. So he rats himself out sometimes. Like we said, he's always there to do something. He did so much for this grad. He'll get on the ladder, he'll paint things for you. Maybe not in enclosed spaces next time. Spray paint should be used outdoors. Would be great. The thing is, he always has to be busy. And sometimes, magically, if his work is actually done before the due date, he gets a little creative with X-Acto knives and toy animals, in which I now have on my shelf 3 animals created by Colby. It's 3 animals. There's a back end, a middle, and a front that's all different. The second one is a middle with 3 different heads. But that leaves an animal just completely made out of butts that he somehow hot glued together and told me I'm never allowed to throw it out, so that it will always remember our time together with the butt animal. But he got his assignment on a time, so that was fine. He is the reason I have a table in the back of my room that we now call the Exile Table, which has a lovely little placard on it where you get to pick the country in which you were exiled to. I exiled him there sometimes. Nathan exiled him there sometimes. Chris exiled him there sometimes. And sometimes Colby exiled himself to the back table. Sometimes. So that table is going to be in the back of my room as well, because that is going to be your lasting mark on my classroom. Colby, you have a heart of gold. Yeah, and you will help anybody. And you are so fun to just talk to about life. And we have said you may be sometimes academically frustrating, but you are such a cool person and a helpful person, and we will always miss you.
Colby, we're gonna end it there, but we appreciate all your stories you gave us. But I also appreciate your honesty as a person and your energy. And if you ever need a reference letter, let me know, because if I was an employer, I'd hire you. So,
I think all of us will write something.
Oh, sorry, I just need his thanks. He said thanks to everyone for everything through the years. That was his message. Colby Benfeld.
We would now like to invite Audrey staying up to deliver the valedictory speech.
Had to find it first. Good evening. I want to welcome everyone here tonight, and I hope you all enjoy your evening, so I tried my best to keep this speech short. Many of us grew up together, starting from kindergarten and grade 1. One by one, people came and went, until we were left with this group sitting here today. It will seem strange next fall when we go our separate ways, and the people sitting next to us in class are not the people we have known and grown up with over the last 13 years. We will all miss Nathan's Shakespeare performances in English class. But the time has come for us to take the leap and enter the world of adulthood. This is the moment we have been anxiously waiting for. Now it is real and not just a distant date on the calendar. We have reached milestones together for years. This is the biggest one and also the last. Whether we look back on our time here with fondness or not, the years we've spent here together have shaped us into who we are today. We've had many great memories as a class. Bonds formed on long bus rides to sports games, ski trips, and travel club. From Colby putting Megan's pencil case in the microwave to animated discussions of Sydney's perpetual car issues in Math 20 when we should have been focusing on our quadratic equations. Sorry, Mrs. G. It is safe to say that our class will leave a legacy, perhaps most notably the one and only Big Diesel. Our teachers, parents, and classmates have all pushed us to be the best versions of ourselves. With their constant encouragement and support, we stand here today as a class ready to face the future and embark on the journey ahead. Every one of us has the abilities to go far in life and achieve what we set out to do. To end this speech, I want to leave you with a quote from Dead Poets Society. Carpe diem. Seize the day, boys, and make your lives extraordinary. From the class of 2025, thank you and good night.
We will now hand over the mic to Ms. LaRue to close our ceremony.
It is wonderful to be here to show support and love for our class of 2025. It has been a pleasure to get to know these wonderful young adults over the last couple of years, and I consider it a real honor to have a tiny part in their learning journey. Happily, I've had a chance to get to know each and every student in their individual way, and they've impacted me in how I support the school. Graduation is the next step. Some of our graduates have attended Bawlf School since kindergarten. That's 13 years. Others joined us from Round Hill after grade 9. Some are new this year. Yet somehow this class feels like a long-standing family. And like any family, everyone has their role. So we have some mother hens, the girls who are always reliable, organized, and making sure everyone else is okay. They'll host the barbecues and be the head of the committees, remind you about deadlines, and fight anyone who says you're not smart, talented, or good enough. We have some cheesy dads, the masters of the bad puns and silly jokes. They make you laugh when you least expect it or when you're trying really hard not to. We also have the chaotic siblings. You never really know what they're up to, but you can bet it involves a last-minute assignment, an energy drink, which I hate, they're terrible, and just the right amount of stress to keep things interesting. We enjoy having the loving grandparents in our class, the calm, steady, always there when you need a positive word. They're the quiet cheerleaders in the background, reminding us everything's going to be okay. This year, we had a class that had a handful of fun aunts or crazy uncles, the wild cards, the one who show up to events in questionable outfits, break into spontaneous dance battles, balance on one leg of a chair during class, a weird coincidence that was mentioned, and regularly giving their teachers heart palpitations. We have our artsy cousins, always sketching something, designing the grad hoodies, showing us their beautiful creations, and how they see the world in their own way. And finally, the prodigal son or daughter. They vanished for a while, maybe skipped more classes than they should have, maybe took a detour or two along the way. But then, just when you least expected it, they came back, stronger and wiser. I assume each of you aligned yourself with one of these roles. I'll let you decide where you fit in this family. Remember, whether you've been here 13 years or 1, to the staff of Bawlf School, you are all our babies. You need some of you need more attention than others, but we look at you all as one of our kids. And this family helped shape you, and you helped shape it. And I was really proud to hear the shout out to the elementary teachers, but I did mention that they too are part of your story. The ones that took care of your boo-boos at recess, took you to ranch camp, supported you at the elementary track meet, and started your athletic careers with mini dunkers and mini slammers. They too feel immense pride watching you grow up and be the young adults you have become. We would like to thank some of our wonderful student helpers who contributed to this evening's successes. Many thanks to our yearbook photographer, Evan Pywell, and the tech specialists, Danica Friend, Nevaeh Lamb, and Jasmine Yestro. To Ms. Jesdal, Ms. Young, Ms. Marusak, and all the incredible staff at Bawlf School, your dedication and hard work in setting up this evening is truly appreciated. Your support has been instrumental in creating a memorable and beautiful farewell ceremony for our students and their families. And to our graduates, congratulations once again. We are incredibly proud of you and excited for all that lies ahead in your bright futures. So for our wonderful family members and guests, the next phase of tonight is our Grand March. So our graduates will soon exit the stage to prepare. Once they begin to leave, please move the chairs towards the walls and watch your fingers so they don't get pinched. Once the chairs are off to the side, please stand outside the volleyball court for the Grand March. Following the Grand March, they will have an escort and a parent dance. So before they leave the stage, would you please help me in congratulating the class of 2025?